Blackheads, sebaceous filaments. These are all things that we have on our nose. Whether you think they're super visible or they're not a concern to you, we are going to be covering all of this, and I'm going to give you some tips on this concern that most of us have had. Now, before we get into the video, whether you're looking for a lightweight moisturizer, but one that actually feels like it works, or moisturizer for the winter, summer, any of the seasons, make sure to head to caseyskin.com and check out our new website for the Sea Soother 2.0. So you guys know I get tagged in a lot of videos because I react to them. But this one has got to be one of the least favorite ones I've been tagged in, and you'll see why. So we start off with a normal angle on the nose, just showing the clogged pores and blackheads, and these have got to have been there for a while because they've been oxidized and they're super visible, and they just showcase them. They don't tell us how to treat them, they don't get them, so that's why we have this video. But the real entertainment is in the comments, and if you know, you know. So what are these enlarged pores on our nose that we've all heard about, and you may also know it as strawberry nose? So first thing we're going to talk about is why do we have enlarged pores? Now, of course, everyone's pore size will differ, but we all have pores on our nose. And the main thing that determines the size of our pores is our genetics. But hold on, because if it's your genetics, what can you really do about it? Well, you'd be surprised. So as it's genetics, for example, if your parents had large pores, it's more likely that you'd have large pores as well. But as well as genetics, age is also a factor. Now, if you watch some of my other videos, especially my last one, you know that we lose a lot more elasticity in our skin, and this is what helps keep the firmness as we get older. And so as a result, this will naturally make our pores look larger. But once again, it's not the end there, because there are definitely things you can do. And this leads me into the first tip. Okay, now of course, if your feed is filled with skincare videos, then you know that it's a good idea to not stay in the sun for a long period of time if you don't have SPF, and even if you do have SPF. So let's talk about sun exposure. And this is a major cause of that enlarged pore look. And this is because that UV light that comes from the sun can pretty much destroy your skin if there's enough of it. And especially because the skin on your nose can be very thin. So of course it's important to protect it. So protecting your skin to a certain extent from the sun is a way to, if not lessen the appearance of your pores on your skin, then at least to keep them from getting worse. So we've established that genetics play one of the biggest roles in determining the size of your pores, and then other things like sun exposure. But also another one that may go a bit unnoticed is you guys, and honestly me sometimes, picking those pores. Now I'm not talking about the occasional big blackhead that will appear. That is more understandable that you want to get rid of that, and obviously the right way would be to get a comedone extractor, some gloves, and an antiseptic wipe. But constant picking at the nose, even if it's a little pore, will over time make the appearance of that pore look larger, and also it will just refill again. It's only really a temporary solution. Alright, what do we have here? This is unlike anything I've ever seen before, especially because we're so close up. Now this looks like it's a pore strip, and I believe it's on the nose because of the way the pores are coming out. But essentially these pore strips are the ones that are coated with an adhesive, and so you'll put it onto wet skin, and then when they dry, that's when you get this satisfying removal. It does look like it'd be a little bit uncomfortable, especially because the skin is pretty red, but it's satisfying, and it's not a bad way to get rid of the gunk that's inside your pores. So now you guys have a little bit more info into what causes these enlarged pores. Therefore now let's talk about solutions. First is water-based products, and these are great, especially for those gunk-filled pores. And also a pretty good tip, although most skincare brands do this already, is to buy oil-free products. So let's take a moisturizer for example. This is not only to keep your skin hydrated, but also to keep your pores from getting further clogged. Because the more they stretch, the more chance they have of remaining permanently stretched. And an easy way to think about it is when you take a rubber band and you stretch it a ton, after a certain point it will just snap and it won't revert to its original form. So this same idea kind of applies to your pores. Then of course we have a daily skincare routine. You are going to start with cleansing your face. But also this really depends on your skin type. Now I tend to have a dry skin type, so I only cleanse in the night. But let's say you have oily skin combination or also normal skin, then cleansing twice a day can give you loads of benefits. And I actually did used to cleanse my face twice a day, and the worst thing was my skin would feel super tight, and most of you have probably felt that anyways. Now in terms of how you cleanse your face, it's really straightforward. You want to use lukewarm water and a gentle cleanser, and the gentle cleansers tend to be a foaming cleanser, and this will help keep your pores free from oil and dirt buildup. Now I know I'm giving you guys the absolute basics right now, but towards the end of the video I'm going to give you guys some pretty good tips that I haven't seen much elsewhere, so look out for that. Okay, now after cleansing, exfoliation is key. No matter what skin type you have, It will just depend how often you do it, but exfoliation nonetheless. And it's especially important for skin with large and clogged pores. And if you've ever wondered what exfoliation does, it helps remove dead skin cells, dirt, and excess oil from your skin. Now, there are multiple types of exfoliation. You have physical and then you have chemical, which I prefer because it's easier to do and I see better results with it, especially ones like salicylic acid, niacinamide, azelaic acid, and all you have to do is wake up and just rinse your face. And remember what I said earlier about what clogs your pores? Dirt, dead skin cells, and excess oil. Now wait a second, you don't want to overdo it. So be gentle, remember you're not moving a wallpaper, and you should be good. And obviously you know, who could have guessed, my favorite step, moisturizing with Casey Skin. Even if you have oily skin, moisturizing is a crucial step for anyone to control those oil levels and keep that skin hydrated and feeling nice. And remember, make sure it's oil free. So you can get loads of different moisturizers, some that have a gel texture, others that have a cream texture. Preferably, I like mine lightweight and cream textured, and these will also have different properties when you apply them. And it will actually help your pores feel and look less noticeable. And obviously, it pretty much goes without saying at this point, sunscreen. And preferably one that is at least SPF 30 or above. So those are not only the basic, but also the essential tips in helping to treat those enlarged pores on your nose or also anywhere across your face. But there's also one more thing. Don't think I forgot about you guys. Don't remove your makeup at night, because that is also another crucial step in helping to lessen the appearance of those pores. And this is not even getting to the whole makeup thing with the bacteria on the brushes, the egg looking things. So you want to take this off. And it's kind of a 2-in-1 because you also cleanse your face at the same time of removing your makeup. Alright, here's some good ways in which makeup can actually help contribute to the skin. Some of you may know this, and let me know in the comments, but you can actually get a pore filling primer. And so this will essentially help you have a smoother canvas when you're applying your makeup. Now, I'm not going to say it will completely get rid of them, but it will actually temporarily help fill or even blur, let's say, the appearance of your pores, helping achieve a more smooth texture. Now, of course, this is all well and good, but if you don't remove your makeup, it can lead to breakouts like whiteheads, blackheads, and other types of acne, which you probably don't want. And so to wrap it up, the 3 main steps that you want to do to help prevent your pores from appearing larger and actually getting larger is to, number 1, keep sun exposure to a minimum, have a consistent skincare routine, even if it's a college dude skincare routine, actually probably not, but it can minimum be 3 steps: cleansing, moisturizing, and SPF. Then you want to make sure that you're not constantly extracting the pores on your nose and also your face, especially if they have blackheads in them. And last but not least, try your hardest to take away makeup at night. And that's how you help the appearance of those pores on your nose and also elsewhere. And if there is something I missed out in terms of tips, make sure to put it in the comments, because I'm sure a load of people could benefit from that. And also keep in mind that nothing will be an instant fix, and it will take time, especially as a skin cycle is 4 to 6 weeks. So that should be a good time to expect at least some results. And until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more skin info, and let me know what other videos you'd like to see in the comments. Check out the other videos on screen.